James, it's just awesome always to spend time with you. Thank you for the leader that you are. Thank you for what you and Becky deposit into the people. Man, I'm so excited to hear from you. Truly I am, because I learned so much from you, James. But I want to set the stage for you before I hand over the mic to you, James. And the reason why we put this training together, it's really born from my own journey and from my own personal experience as an entrepreneur in the last few months. And actually, I was scheduled to teach at Destin on this topic, and I had to cancel my plans at number 99. But I wanted to share with all of you a few lessons that I have learned from my own entrepreneurial journey. Maybe this will empower you today. Maybe this will rock your world today. Maybe this will cause a mind shift for you today. But I do hope at the bare minimum that it will bring some encouragement to you today as you go forward on your new age journey. So back up to December, we had just launched Africa at the end of October, and man, things were going fast. But I will tell you, I had a few challenges in my own entrepreneurial journey that I had to overcome. One of them was that I had this huge organizational tree with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Hadri is laughing because she knows what I'm talking about. But very few of them converted once we had launched. And I was sitting down contemplating all of this. And I realized that I had a hot market that I did not keep warm as I was waiting for the launch to take place. And that sparked a journey inside of my mind to say, how can I step up as an entrepreneur? How can I up my game? How can I become more intentional about my business? Because I don't know about you, but I'm here to make money. So if that's you, drop a 1 in the comment box, please. If you think this is a non-profit organization, drop a 2. If you are here to make money, drop a 1, because I'm here to make money. And I realized, my gosh, you guys, as an entrepreneur, I need to learn, I need to grow. And I made a strategic mistake by not keeping a warm market warm. And that sparked a journey inside of me of taking ownership for my business. Stop playing the blame game and take ownership for myself, my own failures, my own successes, what I am bringing to the table, and what I lack in skills, right? And so you guys, I want to share something with you that has absolutely revolutionized my mindset. And it is impacting my business as we speak. Please write this down. It'll change your life. Are you ready? Yes, here's what you need to write down. Your commission is being paid based on your PV. I love you enough to tell you, whether you look cute on camera will not pay you a commission. Whether you are loved by everybody will not pay you a commission. The likes and the comments on your Facebook page will not pay you a commission unless you work those likes and you work those comments. So what I want to train you today is that the only thing you need to be responsible for, my brother, my sister, is your PV. You can only manage you. Do not waste your energy on people that you need to rev up. We all have them, right? You need to be able as a leader to say, I love you from a distance, but I have to generate PV. Please type that in the chat box. PV is king. PV is king. If you do not have PV coming into your organization, you are not building a business. That is the reality. I will tell you, it is not your responsibility to manage your upline. It is not your responsibility to keep everybody happy. That is not paying your commission. If you are taking time out of your day and focused only on managing doubt, hesitancy, etc., you are wasting your energy. I had to do the math, you guys. That's why I can train on it, because I walked it out. And I realized, my gosh, I'm running a nonprofit. It's not going to work. It's not going to help me. So I want you to get your business mindset straight. I want you to manage your business. Stop looking at everybody around you. You are building a prison for yourself if you are so outwardly focused with your time that you do not spend time on income generating activities. You only have so many hours in a day. And I want to encourage you to spend them on income generating activities. The rest is important, but they can wait. You need to generate PV. So we need to see sales come in. We need to see brand partners come in. We need to see events. We need to see creativity being unleashed. So I just want to encourage you with this as you go into today's training with James. PV is king. That's the name of the game. It's all about PV. So be focused in your day-to-day activities on managing yourself. And I want to say it to everybody, don't manage everybody around you. Start focusing your energy on managing you so that you can have a daily method of operation that will bring the bucks into your account. So as I was journeying with this, James launched his 90-day Quantum Leap program. James, you changed my life because you gave me permission to wear my business pants, in all honesty, to say, I need to do business. That means I need to get PV. Love you, but if I have to leave you, I need to generate PV, right? You gave me permission to do that, James. And that's why I invited you to the Zoom, because your daily method of operation and your 5x5 principle is really the structure and the system that you need to implement every day to get PV into your organization, because that is what it's all about. So James, I wanted to share a little bit of my own journey. I had to make a mind shift. I had to make a mind shift, and I'm going to unmute you, James. But I had to make a mind shift to say, hang on, I'm spending too much energy trying to help everybody else. And I'm not helping myself. And one last word, James, and then I'm going to hand over to you. And you experience this too, James. The prison of doubt, fear, and hesitation. The what if game. But what if this? Yeah, but what if that? Yeah, but what if this? And what's happening while we're in this prison cell that we've created? Wake up call. Other teams are signing your prospects. You're losing business, right? Because you're doubting, you're wondering. So I want to encourage you guys today. I want you to succeed. I want to succeed. But I think we need to get over ourselves, James. We need to get over our stinking mindsets. We need to stop being so outwardly focused that we lose our own goals. And we need to get out of doubt and hesitation and fear and move into the promised land, right? You need to possess it. And you can't possess something new with yesterday's mindset. So I hope that blessed you. If that's a bit radical, James.
I'm so fired up. My gosh. Hey, if you guys got some fire from Erica right there, drop a fire emoji in the chat. Drop a fire emoji in the chat. I think we can end the training. I'm fired up, you know. So, and I encourage everyone as you're coming in today. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's so great to be with the New Age family worldwide as well too. But we're here to benefit each other. We're here to really, really be able to empower each other, you know. But yeah.
But James, I have to introduce you though, because
Yeah.
you're a big deal. So James Zheng and his lovely wife, Becky, as you know, James shared in the comment box, they live in California. But James, you're chairperson level 2, right?
Level one.
Level 1 chairperson. James is really a leader, you guys. And if you are not following him, check out the Warrior Movement. He's got a live every day that we've been posting on New Age Movement as well. You want to get around people who have walked where you are trying to walk. And James and Becky are one of that. James, we respect you. I love your story, your journey that you went through. You're such a humble guy. And I just absolutely have the highest regard for your leadership and your wisdom and just the humility that you and Becky shine with. It's just an absolute honor for me to introduce you to everybody and to give the floor to you.
Thank you so much, Erica. And it's a great honor as well too to be on your guys' stage and everything. My goal is that we can draw an impact today so everyone can make an income, you know. And my first question is this, is who here wants a paycheck in your pocket within this week? Drop a 1 in the chat. If you want a paycheck in your pocket this week, drop a 1 in the chat, because we're going to talk about that, you know. And I love that you guys are so engaged in everything. But Erica, you set the stage correctly. I see that shift. First of all, super proud of you. You know, it was amazing to see you just transform from just a couple of months, like a month or two. You know, I can totally feel, I felt like I was getting coached and I'm receiving it, you know. So I hope that as we go into today that we can come in with an open mind, you know, because even for me, as being a chairperson level 1, I've been involved in New Age and ARC since day 1, 2011. I've been a professional in this space for over a decade now. Even with all that, I'm always in student mode. And I think that's one of the big aspects of growing, because I just took what Erica said and that lit a flame under me. And I'm like, oh man, you know, all right. You know, it's all about the PV and everything. So I totally feel that as well too. But I want to start with a couple of questions here, okay? And I'll go into my story a little bit as well too. I want to introduce a concept today that I think will solve a couple problems. First question is this, and if any of these relate to you, just drop a 5 in the comments, or I'll start with a couple things. Number one, first thing, does anyone have any issues of feeling like you're always busy all the time and yet you look at your paycheck and you're like, man, it's not reflecting? You know, does anyone feel like you're busy all the time? You feel like you're doing things all the time, you know, but your paycheck's not exactly reflecting. Drop a 5 if any of these reflect or resonate with you. Or does anyone ever feel like you ran out of people to talk to? Right? You ran out of people to talk to, you know, like you worked hard, you maybe got a promotion, you hit gold, you hit manager, whatever that it is. And you're like, now what? I feel like I lost who to talk to, you know? Or maybe you're getting a little bit lost of what to do with your time. Have you ever sat there and you're like, I want to do something, I'm fired up, Erica. And I'm like, but now what do I do? Right? What do I do? And I see the 5s coming in. And final thing I'd say is this is, have you maybe as you're growing your team and your leadership thought, I'm doing things, but how do I get it to scale? How do I get something to duplicate into the team as well too? You know, so these are things that we have all experienced as entrepreneurs in our New Age business. And it's things that we struggle with, especially now when we're doing things primarily online. Just like what Erica said, is being able to lead ourselves is the most important thing. Being able to manage our time is the most important thing. But how do we go out there and do something very simple and have the right focus that's going to move the needle forward? Okay. So what happened was this year, and I'm a student of success. I'm a student of what works. This 5x5 concept was brought to me this year. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's exactly what I needed. All right, this person, her name is Angel Fletcher. She's a multi 7-figure year earner in network marketing. So this is not my stuff. I just totally jacked it from her, you know. I'm like, let's go out there and try this out. And let me introduce you to what this concept is and what it can do for you. I truly believe it can change the way that you actually manage your time. Okay. Quick thing on my story. So I wasn't always full-time in network marketing, right? I got started when I was 19 years old. I was broke. I was shy. I had zero business skills. Is anyone here more of an introverted person? Drop a 1 in the chat. Is anyone here more of an introvert? I'm so shy. I couldn't even like order food at a restaurant. You know, I had no skills when I got started in this thing. The only work experience I had prior to network marketing was mowing my parents' lawn and studying. I was a good student. I could memorize something, put it on a test, you know? So I bring these up because I know a lot of times we might think like, man, you've always just been born that way. No, everything that I do now is things that I've learned from scratch. Okay. And I truly believe that if I can learn these things and do these things and achieve some level of success, then anyone here that's willing and coachable and hungry can do so as well too. And what happened is I ran into a problem. I remember when I finally went full time, I worked for a couple of years part-time, and then on an intense 90-day focus. Erica said it well, if you have 90 days, it can totally change your life. And I hope this can inspire the next 90 days for you as well too. But I was working full-time at my job and then part-time on my fortune, as Jim Rohn says. If you're working this part-time right now, drop a 2 in the chat. If you're working this part-time, drop a 2 in the chat. And I'm assuming that your part-time, you would want to become your full-time as well too, you know? So I wanted that story. 90 days of a straight focus can do it for you. In 90 days part-time, I remember I was doing full-time in the day, part-time at night, and I was able to replace my job. And for 10 years, I've been free of a job. But I remember when I first went full-time, I felt lost because I'm like, what do I do with my time now? You know, how do I do this? And I wish I knew this 5x5 concept, because if you really want to have PV, like what Erica said, it comes down to this: doing what Tim Sales calls the pipeline. Doing what Tim Sales calls the pipeline. And the pipeline is the process of how to move someone from a contact, a prospect, to an eventual client or a partner. Okay, a prospect to a partner. So there's different parts of the pipeline. There's knowing who to talk to. If you're jotting down notes, like knowing your contact. These could be your, when you start, it's your friends and family, right? My mom was my first customer. My classmates who ended up being my wife now, you know, like I recruited my classmate to be my top leader, right? You start with your friends and family. And then there's social media and there's cold marketing. There's so many different places, so contact. From there, we have to learn how to qualify people, how to assess the needs and wants of our people. Are they a potential prospect that can benefit from our amazing products, whether they're the hero products in South Africa, which look incredible, or there are things like Renew, that is now definitely my favorite as well too. Or is it from your business opportunity? Learning how to qualify them. And to qualify them, we have to have conversations with them, right? Then there's the process of invitation, setting up an appointment so that they can get exposed to some information. The presentation itself, whether it's a live presentation or it's a recording, a tool, whatever you use for presentation, and then a follow-up. And what's the goal? The goal is ultimately to collect a decision. To collect a decision. That's a yes or a no. A yes or a no. And if we're not getting decisions, if we're not getting yeses or nos, then we're not going to get commissions. We're not going to get commissions. So what is this concept of a 5x5? It's a simple daily method of operation. If you're familiar with that word, it's a daily habit in our business that can really focus in on hitting every single aspect in the pipeline on a daily basis to make sure that you're not running out of contacts to do. You see, if you want to be a big leader, then the first place that it starts with is leading ourselves. Okay. I want us to ask this question. In the last month, since the beginning of this year, let's call it that, think to yourself, I won't ask, how many new customers have we gotten on board? How many new partners have we brought into our team? I'll tell you, in the last 10 days, I brought on 32 new customers personally. In the last month, I'm losing count. It's 10 to 20 new brand partners. I don't even know. personally. And that's not talking about the team. Okay. But why? Because every single day, what I'm focused on, you can do this part-time, but then you just scale it to full-time. This is actually what we do in our business. We can't change lives if they're not joining or they're not partnering or they're not being a customer, right? But what did I start to do? I focused in on my time. And I looked at my time and I said, am I doing my income producing activities? Am I generating new contacts? Am I having conversations with qualified people? Am I inviting and presenting? And am I following up to get a decision? Anything else outside of that, business-wise, does not lead to commissions. Understand that conversations will lead to those commissions. So what is this good for? What is 5 by 5? Here are 5 areas each day to aim for. And the goal in the game is to do 5 of each. 5 of each. It's a simple framework. So let me label it out for you. Okay. So number 1, every day, and you can do this quick. You see Angel Fletcher, who I stole this from, she does this in 15 minutes a day. It's really fast. So if you're thinking, well, man, I'm really part-time, I have family, I have work, I have kids, all these different things. How can I do this business? Well, this is meant to be for the part-timer. Okay, so the goal of this 5 by 5 is to do it as quickly as possible. So number 1, identify 5 new prospects. So every day we should be looking out there. Who else could we potentially share our opportunity or our products with? So that could be you're looking on your social media and you're just adding to your list, right? Who here has a contact list written down? Type a 1 in the chat. You have a contact list written down somewhere, right? On a piece of paper. Maybe some of you guys use Excel or whatever that it is. Okay. And if not, then I recommend to have some type of tracking system. Make it as simple as possible. What you track is going to grow. Okay. I'll give you an example. Personally, myself, this is, I just made a little tracker myself, and I'll just show you, like, this is literally what I'm doing on a daily basis. This is my work. When I do my work, I'm literally tracking my work. All right. So I have a whole list of people. These are personal prospects that I'm talking with, right? So I'm telling you, this is literally, you hang around James Zheng all day, this is all I do. All right. So number 1, are we identifying 5 new people that we can converse with? You don't have to talk to them. Just, am I mindful of that? All right. What friends could benefit? Old college friends, family friends, social media, whoever that it is. So add 5. Okay. So in this 5 by 5, first step, let me identify 5 contacts. Okay. Second one, am I having 5 new conversations with people? What's considered a conversation? A conversation is if I went to, I think, is it pronounced Hydri? Is that how you pronounce it? Awesome. All right. So let's say I have a conversation with Hydri and they actually I said, hey, Hydri, how's it going? Long time no see. And then Hydri actually comes back and says, I've been good. How about you? That's a conversation. They have to respond. All right. Could be a message, could be a call, could be whatever that it is, but there just needs to be a back and forth. Okay. To have an intention of having a conversation with someone, because before they're seeing a presentation, we have to at least start a conversation. Okay. So every day start to have those conversations and just connect. All business is conversation. Remember, that's all our business is. Okay. Number 3 in the 5 by 5 is to send 5 new exposures. To send 5 new exposures. This is now when the rubber hits the road. So to invite someone, have them accept the invitation and have them actually receive the presentation. It could be the Renew PDF that we have. It could be a recorded presentation that your team has. It could be a live Zoom meeting presentation. It could be an in-person home meeting. Whatever that it is, to expose 5 people a day to confirm that they're going to see some type of information. Okay. If this is making sense so far, drop a 3 in the chat. I want to make sure that we go through this nice and clear. If you see, I see that Deb, Betsy. What's up, Betsy? Aunt, hey, heart goes to you, my friend. Ashley, Joanne, great to see you, everyone. Man, I just love being with my new age family right here, you know. So you guys bring so much warmth to my heart right here. So 5 new exposures a day. Okay, that's our business. Our business is educating people. Our business is informing other people so that they can decide if this can help them or not. Okay. Number 4 is 5 new follow-ups every day. Each of these categories, they have to be different people on a daily basis. So let's say I'm sitting down, I'm doing my 5 by 5. I'm like, all right, I'm listing out my 5 new contacts, boom, check. All right, I'm starting 5 new conversations, check. It's a time attack thing, okay? Number 3, sending out 5 new exposure. I need an invite, so 5 say, yes, I'm down to see it. Okay, cool, check. All right, then I'm gonna do 5 new follow-ups from the day before or the days before. Maybe I sent someone a video and I need to follow up. Maybe I started a conversation, I need to continue that conversation. A follow-up just means you're just continuing a conversation from wherever they were in the pipeline before. And then number 5, this is the ultimate goal and purpose of the 5 by 5. To get into the habit of daily collecting 5 new decisions. Daily collecting 5 new decisions. A decision is a yes or a no. Not a maybe, not a ghosting. Who here's been ghosted before? They stopped responding to you, right? Yeah. Let me give you a quick thing. I want to reframe ghosting. That's a popular thing these days. Instead of ghosting, say, I'm planting seeds. I'm planting seeds. A teammate said that to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to reframe that in my mind, because if you think of ghosting, it's usually a strong emotion, right? Oh, they respond to me. Oh, what's going on? And we tend to get more about what it is we're focused on, right? So instead, I'm planting seeds. And it's true, you are planting seeds, right? So quick thing on that, but collect 5 new decisions. And that is our focus. Every day, can we collect 5 new decisions? Okay. And when you start to do it this way, you know what this helped me with a lot? You see, when I started getting serious in my business, I noticed that I had ebbs and flows. Like, I don't know if you guys can relate with me on this. I'd have times when I have a promotion, I'm really fired up. I do a bunch of new invites. I present to a bunch of people. A lot of people got started. Yeah, let's go. And then after that, I'm like, who do I talk to next? Has that happened to anyone here? Drop a 1 if that's happened to you before, where you're like, oh gosh, I'm back to the drawing board now. I'm so excited, but now what do I do? You know, so like, it's going to happen. You know what this does? Thanks for being honest with me, guys. Is it helps ensure that your pipeline is always full. It helps ensure that every single day we have things in place to help to be able to expand on these. Because if you look at our business, this really is all we do. We do this ourselves, and then we duplicate this to other people. Tim Sales, our master distributor, just says that anyone that's willing to do the pipeline in network marketing can succeed. This is literally our business. So when I started to focus on this, you know what I realized is every day my mind started to go to different places. I started to think of systems and things that I could do on a daily basis to expand in every single part of this pipeline. Okay. So this is the challenge with this. And this is my challenge for you guys. And this is how you do the 5 by 5. Who here's up for a little challenge? Drop a 5 in the chat if you're up for a little challenge today. You know, I know Erica's like, bring it, let's go. All right. And this is what you do. Time yourself. Literally, pull up a phone, time yourself. Time yourself. And only focus on getting this 5 by 5 done. So literally, okay, clock is on. All right. Boom, let's go. Okay, here's my time. 5 new prospects. Okay, did I put them on a list? All right, boom, 1 done. 5 new conversations. All right, I need to keep on conversing until someone responds. Boom, maybe I need to call them, maybe I message them, whatever that it is. Make sure that they have a conversation back. Okay, 5 new invitations or presentations confirmed. I got to invite. And then once 5 say yes, I'm down for information, got that down. All right, okay, 5 new follow-ups. All right, in previous conversations, I had that. Can I follow back up with them? All right, let me do 5 real quick. And then collect 5 decisions. Let me get a yes or a no. Okay. Do this faster and faster and faster. And once you have that time down, what I'd love for you all to do, if you're up for this challenge, time yourself on this. And when you have it, go post back up in your Facebook groups that, hey, I did the 5x5 challenge and I did it in X time. I did it in X time. It took me X time. In the beginning, it might take a little bit longer, but Angel Fletcher, multi-7-figure-year earner, does this in 15 minutes. Literally, you can do it while you're on the toilet, I guess. Like, it gets faster because you know what happens? You get better, don't we? You get better. Jim Rohn says anyone can get better. So in the beginning, it might take you 30 minutes. It might take you an hour. It might take you the day. It doesn't. But you know what? Hey, just be honest with ourselves here. When was the last time that we collected 5 decisions? Right? When was the last time we actually collected 5 decisions on a presentation? And if we actually look at it, like for some of us, it might have been a while. That's really the main thing. Okay, let me end with one macro thing, and then Eric will turn back to you if there's questions on this or anything like that. It's a focus, okay? Let me tie in one more thing to the bigger picture. I want to ask everyone here in the chat, monthly income goal. If time and money were not an issue, you knew you couldn't fail, how much income a month would you love your new age business to produce for you? Dream big. Like, what do you want? Like, actually want. Now, I know some of us may be like, a couple $100 a month, something like that. But no, what do you want? Like, remove the limiter. And let's get some numbers in the chat going on. All right, 100,000 per month. There we go. I'm going for the $1 million club right there. Jerry says 20K a month. Okay. What else we got? What else we got? And there's no comparison here. You know, this is super important, right? What you focus on is going to grow. You know, what you focus on is going to grow. We need some other numbers in here as well, too. You know, are we a little bit shy? There's no wrong number. 166,600. I think that's 2 million a year. I'm guessing 10,000 a month, 25,000 a month. Now it's coming in 50,000 a month, short-term 30 a month, long-term $1 million. You guys are firing me up. 2 million. Oh man, there we go. Now we're talking 10 a month. All right. 10 a month, 45 a month. Okay. You know what's great? Like, this industry can do that. You know, there's people in network marketing right now making $1 million a month over. So we're in a vehicle that can do that. And we know that new age is the best, don't we? We know that the comp plan's the best, the products are the best. We just know this, right? Like, so if it can be done in other companies, why can't it be done in ours? It's just that we need to remove the delimiter there. So why do I bring this up? Let me give you some metrics, okay? So we dream big, but let's tie it to a plan. If you didn't watch this training, Tim Sales broke down how to make $10,000 a month. How to make $10,000 a month. And if you know Tim, he is a former like underwater Navy SEAL, underwater bomb squad diffuser. He's a military man. He's very tactical. He's very numbers driven. And he's also a master distributor. He's seen the data since the beginning of RX. And he looked at all the 6-figure plus earners. And he went to Fred Cooper, he went to Ian Chandler, our co-founders, the one that pretty much built our comp plan. And he asked, hey, what are the stats and patterns that it takes to actually build income in our new age business? And these are the numbers that he came up with. Let me tell you what this is saying. I burn this into your mind, because when you know the game, then it's just work, right? When you know the game, it's just work. And I'll tie this with the 5x5. Okay. In this business, if you want to make 10,000 a month, you need 2 lines that are optimized every single week, correct? 2 lines, 2 leaders. That's what you want. How do you get a leader? Type a 2 in the chat if you would love an Erica or a Tammy in your downline. Like, I want like 20,000 of them right there. You know? How do you get to one of them? This is the number here. Okay. Seriously, right? Hey, I ask a lot of these, you know, intention matters. Focus matters. If we don't declare it, we're not going to get it. Okay. So here, 40 active reps in one line leads to 1 leader. 40 enrollments in one line leads to one leader that'll eventually earn a six-figure income themselves. Okay. Lee, I see your question. How are you supposed to have conversations with the leads without going off topic? Conversation, just be normal, Lee. If we were to talk one-on-one and you're saying, hey, how are you? How about, hey, I'm doing well. How about you? You wouldn't just randomly jump to, well, I want to talk to you all about this business. You got to join. You got to get to, you got to be one of my two. You don't know. Just be normal. Be a normal human being. So there's conversation and then there's an invitation. So two separate parts to it. I hope that answers that question. But out of 40 partners, one of them, statistically speaking, this is new age worldwide, okay, will become a leader that earns $100,000 a year. So if you want 100 grand a year, 10K a month, then that means that we need two leaders. That's the game. I want a Tammy and an Erica. I want an Aunt Moreland. You know, I want a Rick Billings. We got legends on this call, you know, among so many others as well too. So 40 enrollments equals one leader. 40 enrollments equals one leader. So you know what the game is? I want 80 enrollments ASAP. I want 80 brand partner enrollments ASAP. Okay, Lee, I will get to your question. I like these. This will go in our Q&A side. And I love it. You can tell Lee's hungry. He's like, let's go. Okay. 80 enrollments. Type the number 80 in the chat. 80 enrollments in the chat. Brand partner enrollments. This is the game. This is from Tim Sales. So I trust his numbers more than my numbers, right? So how do you get to 80 enrollments? He had a stat. Out of 10 presentations seen, one becomes an enrollment. 1 of 10. Some of you guys have better than that, but 10% sign up is pretty good. 10%. 10 presentations seen, one will enroll. 10 presentations seen, one enroll. That means to get 800 enrollments, that is 800 in your team. 800 presentations seen in your business to make a six-figure income, guys. Let's put this into perspective. Question, who here has owned a business outside of New Age? Drop a 1. If you've owned some other business outside of New Age, you know, I know Rick's here. He had a photography business, for example, right? Tammy has, Hydri has, Lee has, you know, and drop, what kind of businesses did you own? Yeah, I'm just curious as well. What kinds of businesses did you own? Like, could you earn a six-figure income fitness business, right? Could you earn 6 figures with 800 presentations? Could you earn 6 figures with 80 enrollments? Could you think about that? 80 clients, business card holder, coaching, retail stores, property investments. Awesome. Think about it, right? We're talking about just showing the plan, showing the presentation to 800 people. Only 10% of them need to get started. And over the course of time, that leads to a 6-figure income. I don't know of any simpler business than what we have. That got me fired up. I'm just like, oh snap, I got a number now. All right, I got to focus. Why does this matter? How does this type of 5 by 5? Well, if you're collecting 5 decisions a day and you did it all by yourself, let's say you're not even working with your team, you did it by yourself, it would take you around 6 months working 6 days a week, doing the 5 by 5 each day. And let's say all you did was you're showing the business side, okay? You got 5 decisions on the business presentation a day. You give it 6 months. What if I were to tell you in 6 months from now, you commit to 5 by 5, 6 months from now, you're well on your way to 10,000 a month. Drop a 10 if that sounds cool to you. If you're willing, you're like, man, I'm down for that right there, you know? And these are real numbers. My dog agrees as well too, as you can tell, you know? I'm telling you, that's the game. Guys, New Age right now is poised to win. We are already winning. Now we just need to explode like what we know we can absolutely do. We have the best products in the world, best business in the world, best trainers in the world. Now it just comes down to like what Erica started us out with, is to lead ourselves first. And that's what Erica's been doing. That's what I've been doing personally. Everyone right now should be massively in the front line. You know, I'm setting my own records right now personally again, because I'm like, man, there's so much opportunities here. And there's more than enough for absolutely everybody. Okay. So Erica, I'll turn it back to you if you have questions or anything. I know the other question is well too, but wanted to share that right there.
Well, James, you're amazing. Drop a 1 in the comment if you think James is amazing. That just puts it into perspective for us, James. It's not unattainable. But James, just talk to us for 2 minutes about doubt, fear, and hesitation, and the mindset, because I mean, you too, right? You've experienced that, and newbies starting out, we all experience that because we play that what if game. So just talk to us about that for 2 minutes.
Absolutely. So doubt, we all experience it for sure. Understand that thoughts become things, right? In every spiritual text, in any single universal thing that you do, these are universal laws that we deal with, okay? Thoughts become things. So understand that doubt and anxiety and fear, that feeling, we've all felt that before, right? Comes at first from a thought that we allow to seep into the subconscious mind. So if it was something that could seep into the subconscious mind, thoughts lead to feelings, and those feelings then lead to an action. So if you're feeling or seeing actions or feelings of doubt or hesitation, well, we got to go back to the roots. And how do you fix that? The way to fix doubt and fear and worry is to make a decision on what you want. To make a decision on what you want. You see, when you make a decision, what's a true decision? A true decision, and this is what I know Erica's done, this is what I've been doing this year, is when you say, I draw the line in the sand, and what I want, I'm there, period. Decision is a frequency. Decision is a vibration. Decision is a way of thinking. It is a way of thinking of, I'm already there, my body's now catching up. And I have no doubt in my mind that I'm there. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Well, James, how do I do that? That sounds so crazy. Understanding. Understanding. You see, Erica, I grew up thinking, if I see it, then I'll believe it. I'm Asian. I was going to be a doctor. I went to UC Berkeley. So I'm very like analytical and stuff like that, right? I'm very in my head. And I always thought, have you guys ever seen someone in the business before that honestly has like zero training? They don't know what they're doing, but they're signing people up left and right. And you're here in training all the time. Like I'm like, how are they doing that? They don't know how to invite. They don't even know what they're saying. Because it's not about, right? Hydra knows what I'm talking about. And Hydra, let me know your partner's name as well too. Drop that in the chat. But like, it's not about knowing everything. It's about taking action on what we believe. And if you believe that you're there, then that's already like most of the battle. So Erica, to be able, Bernard, awesome. Yeah. To be able to eliminate doubt and fear, it means that we have to go back to making a decision. And my encouragement is, instead, if you're here already, you deserve success. Absolutely. You took the time today. Just stop doubting. Just say, you know what? I refuse doubt from now on, and I'm only clasping on to what I want, period. And let me now play it this way and see how things start to happen.
Okay. Yeah, that's powerful, James. Thank you so much for sharing that. And if you are maybe in a place where you doubt yourself and you doubt your abilities, you maybe doubt people, your team, you might just be in that space. It's okay, right? I want you to know we've all been there. But I also want to caution you that it can become a prison cell for you mentally. So break through all of that. We limit ourselves, James, in here, right? And you're born to be great. So if you want to live a life of greatness, you have to change things up in your mind because you've been programmed. So I just want them to break through all of that, James, right? Because it binds us.
Can I end with a quick story, at least on this point? So like doubt. So if you watch my stuff, I think it's pretty apparent, like this is a guy on a mission, and these are people on missions right here, right? You can tell with Erica, Tammy, all these leaders, they're people on mission. How do you develop that, right? It wasn't long ago I was depressed. It wasn't long ago that our first business we built plummeted, if you don't know our story. We were in Rx for 6 years, had a great business. We were chairperson level 2, actually. And things happen. Life happens. Maybe that's happened for you. Maybe COVID was crazy. Maybe something in your family happened. Maybe something in your finances happened. And we end up 6 figures in consumer debt. From top of the mountain to just completely broke in. And at the bottom, I gave up. Like I literally just gave up. I didn't know how to have faith anymore. I was doubting left and right. I could barely give myself a command and move forward. And fortunately, my wife, she just breathed hope into me and said, we're going to do this one more time. And when I started to understand these understandings, right? When I understood how the mind works, that thoughts do really become things, I then realized, and I made a commitment. I said, you know what? I'm going to actually try to take action on these things that I know to be true. And let me stop pitting myself right here. I'm already given so many opportunities. I'm already so grateful. There's always things to be grateful for. Gratitude helps you get out of doubt and fear as well too. We have an amazing opportunity. You have an amazing team. I mean, these types of resources right now are just literally, you're getting things that are for free right here that are going to totally impact and change lives. And I said, for once in my life, I just want to completely go all in with my faith. I want to go all in with my goal, right? And I'm just going to set a big, big goal, something that I really, really want, and don't think about anything else. That's all it is. And just figure it out along the way. Now, I'm going to tell you this, like this year has been so transformative when I started to change that thought right there. So just know that when you hear these thoughts and you hear these messages of how do you not doubt, how do you not fear, this is coming from people, and you can ask Erica as well too. I'm sure she has many stories of many people that have gone through a lot of fear and a lot of broke thinking, a lot of different things. And now we're just like, we're sick and tired of that. Let's not do that anymore. Let's just go forward, right? So I just want to encourage you all. It's definitely possible.
Thank you so much, James. Oh my goodness, what a phenomenal, phenomenal training. And it's so duplicatable every day. You are able to duplicate this and it's manageable. And I just wanted to say this weekend, I don't know if anyone heard Deanna Latson, but she went into training die hard on 100% in. If you are 99% in, you are not 100% in, because whenever there's that one little spot, that's where doubt and unbelief and fear creeps in. If you open up the door, it will welcome it. In fact, it'll push that door wide open and it'll take over the whole space of the room. She used the analogy of, let's say you're having brain surgery and your surgeon comes in there and he says to you, well, I am 99% qualified to do this surgery. What would you do? You'd say, let me find a new surgeon, because we want 100%. So I'm going to go back to what you said, James. I love this. What happens, and Erica, excellent question, when fear and overwhelm and doubt break into our thought patterns, you have a decision you have to make. You have a decision. Are you going to think on the higher thought, the better thought, the more life-giving thought? You get to choose what you focus on. You get to choose this, or you get to choose the more life-giving, hope-filled thought, which actually increases your vibration energy, which also increases who's attracted to you. And so the more energy and the more 100%, when you make that mindset, I am 100% in. In fact, I want to give you, James has given us some really, really wonderful homework to work on. And I also want to give you an assignment. I want you to make a decision. If you're not 100% in, don't say you are. Do not say you're 100% in. But if you want to and choose to be 100% in, because that's where success is found, then I want you to write on a very large piece of paper, on your bathroom window, in your car, on your refrigerator, because everybody knows you go to your refrigerator, I am 100% in. And so when you see that word 100, you know you are never going to allow that 1% to steal, kill, and destroy the dream that God has given to you for your future. So that's what we are fighting for every day. I'm 100% in. And James, I am 100% in. And if you are 100% in, I want to see it in the chat. I'm all in. I'm 100% in. 100, which means the door is shut on failure. I am going to change my future. I talked about it this weekend. I'm like, I slam damn guarantee you, when this opportunity came to me and I saw I could make money in this, nothing would stop me. I would get out of debt. I was going to do the 5x5. And one day, that 100% effort led to a $100,000 cash bonus I made for my company. Months before, I made a $10,000, a $20,000, a $30,000. Months later, 100,000. And in that short a period of time, we paid off every penny of debt we had. I'm telling you, it happens. It's real. But you got to be 100% in. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. More than anything, James, thank you for this fabulous training. This training will be reposted on New Age Movement. And James, you may be posting it on your Facebook groups as well. But I'm telling you what, if you want to give someone gold today, give them this training. You want to give someone a practical way to get started, like really? See, I actually take notes. Do you take notes? I still take notes. I'm like, I learn from the best, and we all are learning from one another. So 100% in. And I want you to declare it to the world. I want you to go out there on Facebook, on your Instagram, and just write, I'm 100% in. And let's see the response. They're going to say, to what? Ha!
Right?
Now I get to start a conversation.
Conversation number one, right there.
That's it. I'm 100% in. So back to you, Rix. Thanks again.
You guys, thank you. Thank you. There's nothing more to say. James, excellent as always. You enriched our lives and I know our bank accounts with your training today. Thank you for doing so. We highly appreciate you. God bless all of you. We'll see you next week. Take care.